Good morning everyone. This is Renuka, and in today's class we are going to see about identification of business opportunities. So basically, after generating of various business idea, the next step would be to screen them for identifying business opportunity. Basically, an entrepreneur should have the ability to spot a business opportunity among the various business ideas. So he or she should recognize the idea which can become entrepreneurial opportunity. He or she should have the capacity to see what others do not. Before we proceed further, let us understand the difference between business idea and business opportunity. So what is the difference between business idea and business opportunity? So we cannot say all business idea generated will become a business opportunity. So opportunity has the certain qualities of being attractive, durable and timely. So we can say good ideas are not necessarily good opportunity, right? So as I said, an opportunity has the qualities of being attractive, durable and timely. And the opportunities are created or built using ideas and entrepreneurial creativity. So basically they are situational. Next, we are going to discuss about the sources of business identification opportunity. So here I have mentioned the three sources of business identification opportunity. Number one is systematic innovation as advocated by Peter Drucker. Number two, through trade fairs and exhibitions. Number three, using a tool known as positioning. So under systematic innovation, again we have subdivisions like internal sources of innovative opportunity and external sources of innovative opportunity. So if you talk about internal sources of innovative opportunity, we have got a number of subdivision. Likewise, even in the external sources, we have number of subdivisions. So let me explain you about what is systematic innovation. So systematic innovation is nothing but monitoring 7 sources of innovative opportunity. The first 4 sources are within the enterprises, and the remaining 3 forces are the changes outside the enterprise or industry. So we shall study about the 7 sources of innovative opportunity. So as I told you, under internal sources we have got subdivisions again. So under internal sources of innovative opportunity, number 1 subdivision is unexpected success and unexpected failure. Okay, what do you mean by unexpected success? How it helps the entrepreneur to come out with, to find new opportunity. So no other area offers rich opportunity for successful innovation than unexpected success. Yet unexpected success are almost totally neglected. Okay, so unexpected success forces us to ask what basic changes are now appropriate for this organization in the way it defines its business, its technology, its market, etc. And talking about unexpected failure, failures, unlike success, cannot be rejected, and rarely it will go unnoticed, but they are seldom seen as symptoms of opportunities. Faced with unexpected failure, executives, especially in large organizations, tend to call for more study and more analysis. So, this, according to Peter Drucker, is a wrong response. So, he feels that unexpected failures demand that you go out, look around, and listen. Failures should always be considered as symptoms of an innovative opportunity and taken seriously as such. A competitor's unexpected success or failure is equally important. In either case, one takes the event seriously as a possible symptom of innovative opportunity. One does not just analyze, one goes out to investigate is very important, according to Peter Drucker. And the next subdivision is incongruity. So it means inconsistency. Okay, so an incongruity is a discrepancy between what is and what ought to be, or between what is or what everybody assumes it to be. We may not understand the reason for it. Still, an incongruity is a symptom of an opportunity to innovate. It speaks of an underlying fault, which is an invitation to innovate. It creates an instability in which quite minor efforts can move large masses and brings about a restructuring of economic or social configuration. However, incongruities do not easily manifest themselves in figures or reports executives receive or pay attention to. So we can say they are qualitative rather than quantitative in nature. And the next topic is process need. According to Drucker, process need is an important source of innovative opportunity. It is not vague or general, but it quite concrete. It is task focused rather than situation focused. So it perfects a process that already exists, replaces a link that is weak. It redesigns an existing old process around newly available knowledge. Sometimes it makes possible a process by supplying the missing link. And the next subdivision is industry and market structure. A change in the industry structure offers unexceptional opportunity. Drucker pinpoints 4 near certain and highly visible indicators of impending changes in industry structure. In that, number 1 is the most reliable and most easily spotted of these indicators is rapid growth of industry. By the time an industry growing rapidly has doubled in volume, the way it perceives and services its market are likely to become inappropriate. So, another development that will predictably lead to sudden changes in industry structure. With that, I'm completing first session. See you in the next session. Thank you.